Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. First off, giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Power, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Recha Kodash, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Recha Kodash. Shalom and double honors unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elders in Achium and Akwath. Shalom. I want to go into a quick video. It's going into this article here. It says why the European Union is opening a Silicon Valley. It's opening a Silicon Valley embassy, quote unquote. So when we go into the world, this is off the website weforum.org. So this is the World Economic Forum. It's their website. It's a website dedicated to news about them. And this is basically the World Economic Forum is the shadow government, the so-called Illuminati of the 13 families that run the earth in the shadows. These are the people that have the American government in his back pocket. So we'll go ahead and get a couple definitions real quick. So here, we'll start here, World Economic Forum. It says the World Economic Forum is an international non-governmental. So why is it non-governmental? Because it's the shadow government that owns the American government. Non-governmental and lobbying organization based in Colony, Canton of Geneva, Switzerland. So why is this over here in Europe? Because that's the headquarters of the Illuminati is over there in Europe. America is merely just an extension of the fourth beast from Europe, because Europe is the headquarters, and America, the Western Hemisphere, is where the entire earth is ruled through the military might of America, and every nation wanders after the whore, America, Babylon the Great. It says it was founded on January 24th, 1971, by German engineer and economist Klaus Schwab. So that's the founder. Klaus Schwab, he's a member of the so-called Illuminati, shadow government. So that's who the World Economic Forum is. They're located in Europe, over there in Switzerland, and they are the shadow government, the so-called Illuminati that runs the earth through America, and the policies and the whore that sit upon the beast. The beast is the Roman Empire revised in America, and the 10 horns on the beast is NATO and the EU, which is part of the World Economic Forum, the Illuminati, the shadow government of the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the other 13 families. That's all the 13 families of the shadow government. So next they said So what the World Economic Forum they're setting up. Let's go back to it real quick. The European Union is opening a Silicon Valley embassy. So why would the European Union need to do that over here in San Francisco? Slovakia. So Silicon Valley region in California. Silicon Valley in the southern San Francisco Bay Area of California is home to many startup and global technology companies. Apple like the iPhone. What's the guy's name? I can't remember. Steve Jobs. He passed away about half a decade ago or so. Apple, Facebook, and Google are among the most prominent. It's also the site of technology-focused institutions centered around Palo Alto's Stanford University, the Computer History Museum, and NASA's Ames Research Center are in Mountain View, So that must be an area close by over there in California. The Tech Museum of Innovation is in San Jose. So Silicon Valley is the headquarters for all the chief technology of the internet, all of these different sites, social media, Google. Google is the number one search engine in the entire earth. And then you have Apple, which is the leading cell phone company and technology, the iPhone. And then also you have the Androids, which are not iPhones, but the iPhones are the most or the best iPhone. The iPhones are the best smartphones. And then you have Facebook, which is now Meta. I did a video about that. How it's changing to Meta, meaning going into more Satanist control and observation and surveillance of other people, transferring to the digital society. And then you have Google. So these are the these are the main, most popular social media networks throughout the country of Babylon the Great, and also throughout the Four Corners, because Google also owns YouTube, where we're on right now, YouTube. So YouTube is a sister company or a daughter company, whatever you want to say, of Google, because Google, Google is the number one search engine, and then YouTube is the number two search engine. So, and this is where everything gets pushed through the internet and cyber through these major companies. And so now the World Economic Forum, which is a shadow government, they're putting their headquarters right there alongside with the main technology, and because that's where all of the indoctrination is being pushed through the cyber and through technology, because technology is the new frontier in which they're going to make everyone comply and get uploaded into the technology universe through the Revelation 13:16-17, which is that mark where you have to wave your hand to enter into a building, into your place of work, into your car, to a grocery store, to buy clothes, everything, right? So that's what's going on. That's why they're now. That's why that's why I opened the video with reading Revelations 12:12. They're coming down with great wrath because they have but a short time. What they're doing is they're digging in and they're planting their roots in their chief headquarter areas to be able to communicate and to be able to set down the framework and the foundation for the new world order, which is going to be through technology. So that's what's going on right now. They're just putting all of the dominoes in place for everything to fall properly for this new world order to pop off and have ultimate control once they make everybody an interface with these with that technology that's going to go into your hand. So reading going back to the article, and so opening a Silicon Valley embassy. So when you go to embassy, the official residence or offices of an ambassador. So the World Economic Forum going to have an ambassador, basically their extension over here in the States, because of Babylon the Great is where everything goes down and everything is being pushed. All the agendas of the shadow government that's directly linked to Satan. They control the government, the physical government, and now they want to control the technology government of Apple, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and everything else, Twitter, IG, Instagram, So now they're going to control the technological government, and they're setting the embassy over here. They're going to have an ambassador for the shadow government in Europe, over in San Francisco, and over here in Babylon the Great, because the elect are ambassadors of the Messiah, Yahushua. So the elect is the embassy of Yahushua. And Yahushua, when he walked on the earth, when he was on the scene, he was the embassy, and he was the ambassador for the almighty power of Yahweh. Because what did he say? What did the Messiah say? If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. So the Messiah is an ambassador of the Most High Power Yahweh, who sits in the heavens. His power is too great to come to earth because everything will be destroyed if he comes. His power is too magnificent. So the Messiah, his right arm extension, is the embassy, aka ambassador of the Most High. And then now that the Messiah has went and sat on the right hand side of the Most High Yahweh, now the elect is the embassy, the elect body, House of David of Yahushai is the embassy of the Messiah on the right hand side. So that's what's all going down. Is the battle of good versus evil. The elect of Yahushai and the shadow government of Satan, the so-called Illuminati. So here it says the European Union is opening a new outpost in San Francisco, and we just broke all that down. The office will facilitate cooperation between European regulators and major technology firms. Why is it so important for Europe to worry about what's going on with technology firms, the top technology firms of America and Babylon the Great in America? Because that's the new phase, the new frontier. It's the digital frontier. I believe I made a video about that as well. You could search the digital frontier. That's the last frontier, the digital frontier, because there's no more land on Earth for the so-called white race to go to and destroy and steal. They've raped, robbed, and murdered and pillaged all the lands on the earth. So now the next frontier is going to be digital when they enslave everybody cyberly, or if that's a word, through the cyber network, digitally. So they're setting up the framework and the groundwork to control the have an embassy, ambassadors, have people working over here in direct contact with the chief social media networks and technology companies over there in Silicon Valley, San Francisco, to control, because that's where everything's headed, to that digital society, the new world order. So continue, says here, a European Commission spokesperson said the office will further strengthen transatlantic technological cooperation. So this is going to just strengthen their ties to the digital new world order. So that's going to be their direct government that's going to be controlling the digital society of the chip, and everybody, being compliant. And because in the physical realm, they're controlling everything now, but and if they want to control things, like they had those lockdowns, it takes more time and effort physically to shut down things. But in a digital society, it just takes a snap of a button, a click of a button, of switch, to shut down everything if they don't like how you're cooperating within the digital economy. So that's what this is all about. This is just setting down the foundation that's about to springboard their new world order. Here it says the European Union is opening a new office in California's Silicon Valley, giving European regulators direct access to major digital technology companies and vice versa. So they're going to be in full, complete, harmonious communication with each other, and it's going to be a well-oiled machine. If the Most High was going to allow them to be able to get full autonomy, full, authority over mankind, which is not going to happen. So reading on, it says, excuse me. It says the office officially opening 1 September, that's September 1st, comes as the EU prepares to implement 2 landmark technology regulations: the Digital Markets Act, DMA, and the Digital Services Act, DSA. Both pieces of legislation set to go into effect this autumn are expected to have global implications. So that this autumn is right before winter, in the next within the next 2 months. So winter is going to be around December. So from September to through November is everything's going to be the grip the grip of the snake, the python, is going to tighten more and more until it's about to go ahead and be full blown in the winter time. So that's what it's looking like. It's going to be looks like it's going to really crack down in the winter, in the cold of winter, and that's going to be one of the worst times that people can be going through hell in the cold. Both pieces of legislation set to go forth into effect this autumn are expected to have global implications. Global meaning what? The entire earth, the New World Order, and influence how tech giants like Meta is now it's the new name for Facebook, and I did a video about that. If you want to go ahead and search the timeline and look and check that video out, and influence how tech giants like Meta and Google operate around the world. So it's the New World Order through Facebook, Google, the Apple, and YouTube, and everything. It's going to be regulated through social media and through the internet. The office will strengthen the EU's capacity to reach out to key public and private stakeholders, including policymakers who make the policies, the government, the American government. So these are code words letting you know that this is the new world order, the new economy, and the new society. So the policymakers of the government, the business sector. So he can't buy or sell unless he has the mark. So the business, who works at businesses? The Babylonian American citizens work at these businesses, and these businesses are going to be in compliance with the policymakers, the government, and then the policymakers are going to be in compliance with the EU, the shadow government, the Illuminati, and civil society in the digital technology sector. So who is the civil society? So-called civil goes into laws. Unless this society doesn't keep the commandments and laws of the Most High, so this is an uncivilized society. But they say in a civil society, meaning who? The Babylonian American citizens, and throughout the entire earth, because it's about to be a thing called global society, a global citizens. So, and civil society, that goes into the people that's going to be ruled over by the businesses, that if they want to work and have their house and have their cars and everything, then they must comply with the business sector that employs the civil society. And then the policymakers, the government, is going to be giving the business sector, these companies, all of the rules and regulations in which they must put forth for the civil society, the citizens that's going to be working for the business sector. And we know what that is. You got to be able to put that technology in your hand to be able to continue to work. That's what this is all about, said Charles Manuri, a spokesperson for the European Commission. The office was led by Gerard de Graaf, the European Commission's Director of Digital Economy and long-term EU official focusing on cybersecurity and digital policy. It will be located in the city of San Francisco and operate under the authority of the EU delegation in Washington, D.C. So it's going to be located in San Francisco, over there in the Silicon Valley, which is the technology capital of the earth, which is going to be, it's no coincidence that it's happening, because that's going to be where the digital economy, New World Order is going to be established and be operated through, with the EU having their offices over there in direct communication with these technology companies over there. That's going to be the foundation for the New World Order and the digital society of the mark. So San Francisco, and operate under the authority of the EU delegation in Washington, D.C. And so also the authority of the EU delegation, there's a delegation over there in Washington, because what is in Washington? The military might. Because there is military might that pushes forth the agenda of the beast. And the beast is the Roman Empire revised. And the Illuminati is running that in the shadow government and in control of it through the money and finances of the earth, the petrodollar. So says it will, in this blue right here, says it will promote EU digital policies. See that digital, meaning the New World Order, the cyber, the mark of the beast. Standards and regulations. Governance, meaning they're going to govern everybody's activities because they want to be like the Most High. And that's their ultimate play, to be like the Most High, governing all of mankind. And they want to be like the Most High and want to replace the Most High in the ultimate blasphemy. Governance models and technologies, and strengthen cooperation with U.S. counterparts. So, I'll go ahead and link this link in the description. You can go ahead and read the rest of this article for yourself, but we touched on the main basis and principle and foundation of this article of what's right around the corner. Because today is August 17th, I believe. So September 1st is in like 2 weeks. So that's what's coming down the pike. And they want to go ahead and make everybody an interface and put everybody in that technology for that new world order. So here it says, Job 20:5, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, because he's trying to be like the Most High, put everybody underneath his chokehold and control them at every step. Because the Most High directs our step, but Esau is trying to direct mankind's steps through his digital society and wickedness. Verse 7, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So that's Esau Edom that's going to be destroyed. The Most High, he's letting you know the triumphing of the wicked, which is Esau Edom, is for a moment. He won't be able to fulfill his enterprise. That's why the Most High is shortening the days, because if the Most High didn't shorten the days, then Esau would devour all flesh. If it was in it, he would devour all flesh pretty much. Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. And this is what's happening right now. Articles like this, hopefully late members like myself, pointing it out, revealing his secret dealings and going into the true meanings of what it's saying, and when they put this stuff out in their articles. And he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, because right now they're dying. The nation of so-called white people are dying faster than they're being reborn. They're not having enough children to replenish the population, so their numbers are declining. And also their seed is spoiled because they don't have melanin, and then they don't have rhythm, and they kind of physically they're inferior to the Israelites. And that's that prophecy in Genesis 25, I believe, when it says, one people shall be stronger than the other. We're stronger than the so-called white race. So that's part of how his seed is spoiled. And his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So that's that, and he is not. He's not going to exist anymore, as Job 20 and what? I guess it's for verse 8. He should fly away as a dream and shall not be found. That's that he is not. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. In verse 9, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. So that's letting you know. In Jeremiah 49:10, at the end it says, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So that's, and at the top it says, but I have made Esau bare. So this is going to Esau, the wicked, the so-called white race. And then so all of this in that article is leading up to, because he's coming down real quick. Ever since 2020, things have sped up so quick to everybody not thinking that this society was going to continue. The shutdown came, and ever since that shutdown in 2020 in March, up until now, 2 years and a few short months afterwards, 2 years and a few months. Now he's almost about to implement the digital new world order. So Revelation 13:16, And he causeth all. That word cause meaning he force. He forceth, he make all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So, and why is he doing that? Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell. You can't buy or sell with philosophy of Christianity. So anyone speaking about spiritual things, about mental things, it's saying that the mark is something that's a philosophy or religion, that's a false prophet, and you should stay away from them. So, and that no man you can't buy with your mind. You can only buy with whatever the currency is, and the currency now is going to be that thing in your hand, the technology that goes in your hand. Why else would they be putting why else would the Illuminati be putting a base an extension of them over there in San Francisco, when the technology capital of the earth? Because that's going to be the new currency of those of that mark. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So that's what it's all boiling down to. It's not rocket science. He that, like the scriptures say, he that hath an ear, let him hear. If you have understanding, you'll understand. If you're a part of the hopeful elect, the Most High will deal with you and allow you to see it. So with that, I hope this video was edifying. Until next video, I say, Shalom.